Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. I'm sorry that I missed Sunday's video. I was not feeling well last week and over the weekend. So we are starting this week on a Tuesday. For these videos, I'll be using the beautiful Ordinary Life Designer Series paper and a family celebration stamp set. So you're going to see Happy Birthday a lot this week. So I wanted to really work on pattern play and how different patterns can go together, and mixing your stripes with your dots and things like that. I take a lot of my inspiration from quilting about how things go together, and every time I'm doing a quilt pattern, I'm also thinking about how this could be a card. So what I've got for this card is a standard North American card base. This one is Flirty Flamingo. This one is Daffodil Delight. And the one we're working on today is Pool Party. So the card, the first layer on the card is 5 1/4 by 4. The second one I've cut to 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to cut this diagonally. So I am just going to lay the corner in the trough, in the cutting trough there, and hold it down. And when I go to cut, I'm going to kind of cut from the middle to the outside. If I try and start on the edge, it's going to jam that edge, and I won't get a crisp cut. So when you do this, you can actually make 2 cards. You've got 2 pieces now. So I'm going to save those for later. And then I used the stamp from the family celebration, the A Very, then Happy Birthday, and the Happy Birthday to My is all one, but I only inked up the Happy Birthday, and then To You, because I wanted like lots of greeting on this one. One of the things about the beautiful Ordinary Life Designer Series paper is that it is black on white for the background. So I'm absolutely going to be using over the week some of the black and white side. I think you could do some really great things with color, and I think that they would make a very good sympathy card. So I'm just going to lay that down, equal top, bottom, and side, and then it goes down evenly. This is going to be flat mounted as well, so I'm just going to put some adhesive along the edges. And each one of these cards, I've kind of done the greeting in a different format. So I'm just going to line this up. I'm just going to hold that corner and make sure I'm straight here before I push anything down. Here we go. This card, I have a 3, excuse me, this is a 3-inch strip, and it was a 1 1/2-inch strip. And I cut it in half, and then I subcut each of those in half as well. Now, I could work out the measurements. I really could, but I'm not going to. On your paper trimmer, this is a 0 line. It's almost like a 0 ruler. And this is my zeroing ruler. So it's almost like a 0. And so you've got 1 inch here and 1 inch here. So if I need to cut something that's, say, 3/4 of an inch in half, I just put it on here and make sure I'm equal distance either side of that line. And then I cut in half. And I don't have to worry about the measurement exactly. I just use the tools so that I don't have to worry about it. So this one, I put those 4 strips kind of irregular up and down, and then put my greeting on dimensionals across. And for these, I used the triple banner punch to punch them out, and the birthday was too long. So what I did is I just put it in on this one, so when I stamp or when I punch it, I get that angle. And I did that on both sides. Then this one, I put the strips underneath the words and then dimensionalize them. So it's a completely different look. This one is very, even though it's fun paper, it's more sedate. It's more kind of careful and controlled. This one is kind of off the charts. It's lots of fun. There's lots of movement going on. This one, I was going to use the 4 little strips, and I have decided that I'm not going to. I tried different ways to use it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of the offcuts, and I'm going to lay it down like this. So this is about a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, and I'm going to do it like a signpost. Now, I have already cut out all of my pieces, but it would be so cute if they were flat on the one side and then pointed on the other, just like a regular directional post. So that would be very cool. Unfortunately, I'm kind of designing a bit on the fly here today, just to get up to speed with everybody again. Like I say, if I had used something similar to this one here, it would be more like a signpost, which would be very cool in this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line these up so I kind of know where I'm going with these. And the birthday is going to overlap just a little bit, and that's okay. And then we're going to pop this down like this. So yeah, I'm going to dimensionalize these. So just bear with me while I load these up with dimensionals and adhere them down. So I'm just going to pop this down like this. There we go. And one of the reasons I kind of lay everything out beforehand is so that I can see what it's going to look like and I can line things up. And again, this would be so cool as a signpost with them pointing in different directions. Something, if you decide to case the card, that you can absolutely do. I am okay with this being like this for now. I always get ideas after I finish the card, and that's why I enjoyed the Good, Better, Best series I did a couple of weeks ago, was because I could do the good card, and I already had ideas for the better card, and then I could just let it sit and percolate for a little while, and then I came up with something for the better card. Every card I finish, I think, oh, I could have done that. And I'm sure when you're watching the videos, you're thinking, oh, well, I would do this and I would do that. And that is perfect. Using my videos as a jumping off point for your own creativity is exactly why I do the videos. I love to hear how you changed up my idea or how you just made it. I had a lady who commented she made one of my designs. She made 4 birthday cards that week because that's what she needed. So that is perfect. I love, love, love that you take my designs and you make them your own and use them. So this is the array of dots, and I've used the strawberry slush ones on the Flirty Flamingo. I've used the lemon lolly ones on the Daffodil Delight. And I want to say these are Pool Party anyway, not 100% sure. And I'm using the largest ones just to kind of mimic the size of the dots and the scale of the stripes and the not chevrons. I want to call it orange peel or melon peel. You get a quilting shape. It's a melon. So anyway, that's beside the point. So I'm just going to add these in. And I think even though the colors are not exact, they certainly do work well with this set of colors, which again are Flirty Flamingo, Pool Party, and Daffodil Delight. So this was the first card that I did. And then I did this one. And then we've got this one here. So you can let me know which one you prefer and what colorways that you would do this in, whether you'd use maybe the Lost Lagoon or Timid Tiger, some of the other colors. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.